Hello reformers and welcome back to Gekokujo 3.1. Now when we left off we had just taken Sendai from the Date clan and we now have the opportunity to eliminate a couple more of their vassals in the surrounding area. As you can see, they were actually attempting to raid Fukushima, and that is not very nice because they're also attempting to pillage one of our caravans. And I gotta say that I expected more from them. I mean, we're at war against them and they hate our guts, but still, I mean, really. Yeah, anyway, there's a quick overview of the map as it stands. Everything seems to actually be very secure. I'm very surprised that more vassals are not heading north and just being like, oh, there's a village with no one here to guard it, and I'm going to, you know, raid it and take all the... What do we make there? I don't know. Rice? Take all the rice there and, you know, I don't even know what we make in our villages, to be honest. Oh, well, never mind. Might be a good idea to find that out because we might want to do some trading at some point. Anyway, doesn't seem like we need to right now because our money situation is quite nice. What I have done, by the way, to further supplement Sendai's garrison is recruit a patrol for 3,000 and then tell it to reinforce the garrison, and then it's reinforced the garrison. I sent out 2 recruiters from there as well, and one of them has already been eliminated, most likely by these guys right here. Yes, as you could see, there's actually 1 prisoner, and that is a recruiter, so that's hilarious, isn't it? Anyway, let's go in and take care of business. Oh yes, this is, I believe it is Lord Oninawa and who else? Kakeda, I believe. Yes. Or Kakada, or whatever his name is. Anyway, point is, we are going to quite easily stomp these people because my trainer skill seems to have been doing a really, really good job at leveling the various prisoners that we gained from our exploits at Sendai. And so most of our units are, shall we say, medium to high tier now, with the exception of some samurai units, I think. I'm going to try and stop this guy because I think that is one of the lords, and no doubt they're going to do a lot of damage if we don't stop them. And, wow, I'm actually, whoa, okay. That ninja had a huge chip on his shoulder. He was literally just going to town on that vassal. Maybe he personally insulted him or something. You know, he probably cursed his family or something along those lines. And the ninja was just like, no, I will not allow this. And just, wow, that was brutal. That was absolutely brutal. Okay, so unfortunately, these guys don't actually have any cavalry with the exception of the first 2 vassals that charged us, so obviously I can't use my spear like I've been wanting to, but at the very least I do have the file, you know, that file that comes with Gekokujo that tells you that all of the various units level up into this and that and this and that, and so yeah, that's come in mighty handy because obviously I can't remember all of those off by heart. There are just so many different combinations and there's no way you're going to be able to remember all of them. At the very least, unless you just have, like, I don't know, 2 types or something like that. But I have about 5, 6, 7 different unit types in my army right now, thanks to Sendai's prisoner hold. So, yeah, it's getting a little bit ridiculous trying to remember all of those. But thankfully, I seem to have done okay, and I've leveled them up into pretty reasonable things. Obviously, I have transferred my veteran skirmishers away because obviously we had way too many ranged units, and I now have much more in the way of cavalry and infantry, so obviously that's going to help us out quite a bit. And as I say, help us out quite a bit, that is usually signifying both of those vassals escaping. That is usually what happens, which is rather amusing in itself whenever I say something like that. Oh, and it seems like people are transferring their arrows. They're transferring their arrows away. I'm actually... wait a minute. Let me just see if they re-equip them. They are not re-equipping these arrows. I'm quite irritated by that, actually, because I've had to do it manually multiple times, and it seems like the automatic upgrade system is not really working as intended, perhaps. Well, let's just see who's, you know, taken their arrows off, and then we'll give them, you know, a word or two, shall we say. Tell Tojiko you have my support in this. Yes, okay. Tojiko is one of our new recruits, so I suppose I should, you know, side with Teruyo in that respect. So, okay. Shall we take a look and see who is getting rid of their arrows? Well, why are you getting rid of your arrows? You have a bow. I am incensed right now, literally. I don't even know what is going on. I mean, they have power draw, and I have told them to get arrows. Literally. I don't even know. I think what it is because I've placed the arrows there manually, and I think that they have taken a bit of an offense to that. So I'm not entirely sure why that is, but okay. Seems like I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm not going to be using the automatic upgrade system anymore, apparently. I'm just going to use, you know, manual brain power, I guess. I mean, they don't really have the best gear as it is, but yeah, the automatic upgrade system is supposed to make things easier, and obviously it ended up just making things a little bit worse this time. Anyway, we've saved one of our caravans, and we do have a lot of the Uesugi vassals over there. I'm actually wondering whether they're going to be launching an assault against us soon in the form of a declaration of war, which would not be very nice. Let's have a look what's going on there. Okay, 2 from the Date clan. They're obviously trying to see what we're doing, and I am not having any of it, because we're going to go on to Shirakawa Castle, and we're going to take that. I know that I probably should go to Yonezawa, because that is very, very close by. It is a town, but the thing is that I don't really want to do 2 town sieges in a row. I think that that is probably going to diminish our troop quality by quite a bit, so we kind of need a little bit of a break, and I think a little bit of a break will be in the form of Shirakawa Castle. As you can see, there's only 200 here, with, you know, in comparison to 600, so I think this would be much nicer. So that's going to take 6 hours. Okay, so 6 hours seems to be the maximum level that you can reduce the time to, you know, construct, quote-unquote, construct siege equipment. So in this case, we're just going to be, you know, subverting their defenses and getting in through our ninjas, doing all kinds of jiggery-pokery and trickery and sneaky stuff. So we're pretty happy with that. Anyway, I'm going to get out my bow for the majority of this, I think, and we're going to be doing a lot of headshots, or we're going to try. Yes, maybe, no, okay, well... Bruce, that was apparently your only headshot for the year, and yeah, it's actually kind of amusing because he was doing really, really well a number of episodes ago in terms of, you know, headshots and actually killing things very, very quickly, but apparently he seems to have lost something. It's a little bit weird, not entirely sure why that is. Maybe it's just because... I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it's just the new layout. The new layout may spook him a little bit, because obviously it is a little bit of a new layout here, and I'm not entirely sure what we're going to be facing, but let's just take out this guy if we can. And okay, no. Apparently that guy's just going to run away or something. Yeah, let's just fire away here, shall we? There we go. I'm not really aiming, to be honest, because there are just so many up there that surely I can hit something. There's a nice headshot, and maybe we can just... okay, well, never mind. I'm just going to go up here, and we're going to do... our damages. Come on, Bruce. You can do this. You can do this. There we go. Come on now. Okay, so I think this is probably going to end very, very easily. I think we're probably going to be able to finish this siege before we even get to the keep. I hope that that will be the case, because I'm hoping they're just going to, you know, send everything they have against us, because they don't really have that much as it is. Wait, what did I get attacked by just there? Ah. That guy. Yes. That guy will suffer my wrath very, very soon, maybe. Yes. I thought I'd just add the maybe on there, because you never know. He's probably going to headshot me and kill me instantly or something. Nope, not this time, thankfully. And yeah, as you can see, we've already eliminated 54, but we have lost quite a few units in the process, which is obviously not something I'm too pleased about, because you definitely want those to survive. You know, you want them to survive so that you can head on to another fief. But speaking of another fief, I'm actually not going to be going on to the next castle nearby, because if you go on to that next castle, bad things are going to happen, because all the vassals will be in Yonezawa, and then they're just going to make it an absolute slaughterfest, slugfest, whatever you want to call it. It's just going to take so long to take, because there are just so many enemy units in there, and it's just going to end up being an absolute bloodbath. So not really happy about that, but yeah, that's just how we're going to have to do it. I mean, I would have much preferred to have taken more of them prisoner, The Date clan vassals, that is. But obviously, you know, sometimes you're just not, you're not allowed to, really. You know, it's just kind of dumb luck most of the time. It's just absolute chance when it comes to that. And I'm actually really surprised that we haven't taken more damage. Ooh, nice headshot. On a moving target, Bruce. Very nice. Usually he's not very good at those. Unless the target is moving into his crosshairs like they are now, actually. But yeah, the point is that beforehand he was actually moving with the target, which was actually pretty decent. So, oh well, never mind. Come on. Let's take out that retainer if we can. Yeah, no, that's kind of annoying. There we go. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. And now this guy is actually trying to poke me in the face. I don't really like that. Thank you. Stay away from me, please. Okay, there we go. I think we're fine. I think we are absolutely fine. Yes. There we go. Alright, so I think that is absolutely going to be a victory. And that will be another addition to our realm. And I'm actually going to be giving this castle to none other than Hyogonosuke. Because he is, well, he's our new vassal, and I think he deserves to have a little bit extra. And Lady Nagako already has 2 castles and 2 villages, so hopefully it's going to make a difference to their army size. I have not seen them running around yet, so I'm a bit worried, because I know that you're supposed to give them, you know, like a bunch of villages and castles and all kinds of things like that. I'm going to try and kill this banner carrier, thank you very much, to increase their maximum company size. But I just haven't been able to just yet. I don't know why that is. Is it because I'm being a greedy bastard? I think so. I think that's probably what it is. So what I'm going to try and do, as, you know, in the upcoming days, weeks, you know, whatever you want to say. Whoa, we're getting absolutely destroyed by the banner carriers, but yeah. What I'm going to try and do is I will try to... Oh, this is not a good layout for us, and I've used all my arrows. That is not very good. Okay, so yes, I've just realized that this is one of those layouts where the enemy decides to stand on the walls and use their archers to their maximum potential. And I'm not very happy about that. So I'm just going to stand here, allow my units to just go inside real quick, because I don't really want to get killed at the very end again if I can help it. But yeah, what I'm going to try and do, as I was rudely interrupted by huge amounts of arrows coming towards me. But yes, what I'm going to do is probably going to go back to Katsuyama Castle. I'm going to try and also find some velvet as well, by the way, so that I can actually change my home court. But yes, going to try and go back to Katsuyama Castle if I can't find velvet, that is. And we're also then going to basically just give most of my villages and most of my castles away. And I'm gonna keep some of the villages, because the villages are actually really good. Some of the time they're actually really good in giving you money, and they're pretty easy to maintain as well. They don't need a garrison or anything like that. Obviously, if they get raided, then that is a really bad thing. But for the most part, they tend not to at the moment. Only the ones on the very front line tend to get raided. So that's kind of nice. But as it stands, I think we're actually in a really good position to give away a bunch of villages and castles and things like that. Ah, yes. So Marty or whoever has, you know, made changes here, because I think the Suguroku submod was actually made by members of the community for the most part, and Marty was kind enough to upload that to his ModDB page. But anyway, the point is, as you can see there's actually some stairs. Yeah, there's actually some stairs. Isn't that amazing? That's really cool. I know. Stairs, not very impressive, right? Well, that's actually not true, because back in the day when I used to play this, you know, before all of these really cool features came in, there were no stairs, and you had to have arrows to be able to deal with the guys on the walls. So, yeah. Just think about that for a second. That's pretty harsh, isn't it? Anyway, let's have a look what's going on here. It seems like we have not lost relation with any other faction, thank goodness, because otherwise we're going to have another declaration of war, and it's going to be a whole mess. Because we do have... Don't we have the Miyoshi clan after us, or did they declare peace with us? I think we do have peace with us at the moment. So that's not really a big deal. But we do get one of them taken prisoner, which is rather nice. We have some bent arrows there, not going to really be doing anything except taking... Oh, a nice bow. Very nice. Okay, so that bow might actually come in handy. Gonna give this to Hyogonosuke, and should I split this? Let's split this with everyone. It doesn't seem like anything has really happened there, but, oh well, never mind. It is his castle, so I don't really see a point to kind of be nice to the treasury. I'm just gonna steal from it, to be honest. But I did share with him some of the plunder, so I suppose it's okay. Anyway, what was I gonna do now? Oh no, I've forgotten. I literally had something in my mind that I wanted to do, and now I have forgotten it. Well, obviously I'm leveling up these people, so that's obviously, you know, decent. But there was something in particular. I may have wanted to look at the faction relations, perhaps. Let's just take a look-see and see what the Miyoshi clan... No, we are at peace with them, so that is nice. That is very nice. They're currently at war against 2 other factions, so I'm not surprised that they wanted peace with us, to be honest. They obviously did not want to have any part in the war against us. Anyway, let's have a look at Tojiko here. She has no arrows. There were some arrows in that inventory, and I didn't take them because I'm a very smart man. Yes. There you go. Okay, well, at least I can give her a better bow. It's slightly better. It's not much better, but it's slightly better anyway. Ah, okay, so Francisco, you are absolutely awful, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, I don't really want to be too mean to him, but I'm going to get huge amounts of wound treatment, because wound treatment, I have seen, is just insanely good. I don't know why he doesn't have a gun. Why does he not have a gun? I ask you. I have no idea. I literally have no idea. It must be the automatic upgrade system. Something must have happened with that. I'm not entirely sure what, but I suppose we'll find out in due time, and then we'll see what we can do, but I don't even know, because that's the funny thing, the automatic upgrade system was actually working extremely well up until now for some reason, and now it's just swapping out arrows left, right, and center. Maybe it's just because I gave them, you know, gave them arrows manually, that could be it. But otherwise, I think we are in a really, really good position to move on. And I was going to say take Kurokawa Castle, because that would actually be really easy, I think. I mean, let's just go over there and see what's actually happening. I think there's probably going to be, I don't know, 200? Yep, there's about 200 in there. 240 or so. And yeah, that's absolutely fine. There's the Satake clan. Oh yeah, the Satake clan are actually at war against the Date clan, and from what I've seen, the Satake clan are actually very, very powerful in terms of their army sizes. So if indeed the hypothesis or the theory or whatever it may be, and the general consensus surrounding Gekokujo is that you are always going to be at war against at least one faction, then if we eliminate the Date, or at the very least take Yonezawa and Kurokawa, and then eliminate them, then the Satake clan are most likely going to be the ones that will be attacking us, which is very bad, even though they only have a very small portion of Japan under their control. As you can see, they have Mito here, and then they have Utsu no Moya, and then they also have Hitachi Castle, as well as Iwaki Castle, but Iwaki Castle is very, very weak, and we can take that very easily. And then, of course, you have the Hojo clan, which we were a part of way, way, way back, so I don't even know. But what I do know is that we are going to be starting with, yeah, the Uesugi clan are also quite powerful, but yeah, we're going to be starting with the Yonezawa town, and that town will be our first port of call and our first attack point. And we're going to see what happens there. So let's just move in a little bit and see how many they have. They might have a bunch of vassals in there, and if they do, I don't know what to do. Ah, there you go, 593. That's going to be very painful because they have 24 mounted Date officers and 20 Date officers. So in general, they're actually much higher caliber, I think, than Sendai, perhaps. Not entirely sure about that, but what I do know is I'm going to move my ninjas all the way down. Thank you very much. Don't really want them in the field, you know, getting killed and things like that when we need them to construct and subvert enemy lines and all that sort of thing. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching. Oh yeah, and for those of you that have actually stayed here until this time, there's a little secret that I'm not going to let you in on it, actually, just yet, but there's something coming to the channel rather soon, and I think you should probably comment something like surprise. You should comment surprise if you stayed until this point, because there's something pretty awesome, or at least I'm quite excited about it, coming to the channel, and hopefully you're going to like it too. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.